can automatically summon a specified pet with the integrated preset. People are probably confused about this. This basically is an integrated preset that is specific to which content you are doing. So, for example, right? Whenever you do like Chaos Dungeon, that's how it was, by the way. Like, you can set this integrated preset to basically you pick which one you're running. Only on Chaos Dungeon, you will instantly to change that one. If you do like, let's say, a Guardian, same thing. You can have like a different one, let's say number 2, and then like you put it on number 2. Something like that, basically. So those are the kind of things right there. I don't really use it because I'm used to the old ways, but you can do it for you as well. And in terms of the tripod, what it means was this thing. So you can basically like have the tripod changes right here, right? So on your on the thing, so you can change like how like the tripod looks based on your tripod library. So you don't have to change like your tripod like manually left and right going to the thing. So yeah. Okay, let me we can watch one first. We can watch like the Reddit meme thing first. Then after that we can read the patch note. But yeah, need to turn off the sound first. This is the one. Okay. I can't hear the voice, man. The sound is so small. Dude, why is this sound like... What is this? Sound for ants? Or what? Sound for ants here.
Itchy nose.
Dude, who made this? Can you guys even hear it? For ants right here. Yeah. Sound for ants right here.
Peace. Now what?
1415. So 1415 eye level then. And 1445s.
Kai, old
But
friend.
it's how it's good.
Master Oogway.
Our battle ended 500 years ago.
Well, now I'm ready.
Players and Vulcan, I guess then.
Took you long enough.
You guys can hear it just fine, I assume, right? Or is it like too loud or what? It's
You've
good?
grown
Okay.
stronger.
Oh shit, all the awakening, even the Paladin awakening is there, man.
500 years in the spirit realm. You pick up a thing or two. I have taken the chi of every master.
Okay, bro, okay,
here.
okay. Oh, the accessories, the
And
accessories.
soon I will have your power too.
When will you realize the more you take, the less you have?
Bahuntur? Ah, yeah, using like Bahuntur for transition, yeah. Skip that. Wait, what is this, like a position mechanic? There is no position mechanic though on like a Bolton. I remember that one.
With your chi, I will finally be able to return to the mortal world. And this time, you won't be there to stop me.
It was never my destiny to stop you. I have set another on that path.
Oh, restart.
Then I will find him and take his chi too.
I forgot about this actually. I forgot about Kung Fu. I haven't watched it for so long. So yeah, the pie positions, but there is no positions in like Volton though. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I guess people are trying to overcomplicate it themselves. I guess I don't know. Seems like it right there. The orbs. Oh, P1 orbs, I guess. But P1 orbs is not like it's not clock position. So yeah, you'll find out that it is not ×3 or anything. No, it's not. That one is not. But yeah, let me turn on music and then we can read the patch note now. Now we can read the patch note. This thing right here. Never watched this yet. I don't know. Oh yeah, someone wanted the link for it, right? It's on Reddit right now. So yeah, clock. Found about that ×3+1 video. It just came out on my YouTube feed one time, so I said in Discord. It's just a math video. Didn't even watch it. I don't know. I think strategy position is best position. Been deceived by guide makers yet again? What? Did they like actually tell you to like run like a clockwise, like a setup position like times 3+1? It is not times 3+1. It is not. It starts from like 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, like a 7, 8, and then like a 10 and 11. It's not on left, right, up, down. No, it's not. It's in between. So I don't know, like a linear function. So in Korea, what we do is like whenever like we enter like the first phase, there is the workshop, right, where you can change your build and everything. You take position over there. That's basically what we do. We don't use clock on that one. Prepare to be stuck on P1 or for hours. It's up to you, right? Up to you, up to you. Yeah. Don't cheese it. Yep, cheese it. You can cheese it whatever you want, man. I don't care what you do. So yeah. You put your highest Tiger DPS first. You can put any, but usually the highest Tiger DPS goes first, yes. Like Gun Lancer, Destroyer, or something like that. So there are more Red Bulls ready. We don't know Iluvatar. So the thing about the gold, right? In Korea, we earn 2,500. But then you earn 2,700 on your Argos. So I think it will naturally be higher for you. Maybe 3,300. But I guess we'll find out. We will find out, we'll find out. That's normal. Heart probably is 4,500, like the same. Can you do P1 and do P2 later into the week, or is all nothing? You can do P1 and P2 later into the week. Yeah, there is a gate checkpoint mechanic on like Legion raids. So yep. But yeah, anyways, let's go. Let's read this one. This is like the one for tomorrow for you guys. Destined for Destruction release notes right here. Patch didn't tell us what set we would get. Well. I don't know. Check other guide makers maybe. On what is it? When did they nerf Argos Gold in KR? Probably like about like half a year ago or something. Quite a while ago. So yeah. Notre Dame, take with the flow, man. Welcome. When Obi-Wan Kenobi, take with the resub as well with the 3 months. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Please, Salvation. Salvation should be there, though. It should be there. A Mega Pine. Alright, anyways, let's go. Let's watch it right here. Let's read it, I mean. Heroes of Ecclesia, May Destined for Destruction update arrives on Ecclesia tomorrow. Downtime for the update is 4 hours. Destined for Destruction includes new Destroyer Advanced class, the first Legion raid, quality of life updates, new cosmetics, a comprehensive balance patch, new activities, and more. Find the full list of content right here. So the spotlight is Bolton Legion raid. So yeah, this is your first Legion raid. Finally, man. Finally something. Hope Salvation Nightmare are there. Nightmare, I think it will be there because JP gets it right away. If it's not there, then that's weird. Salvation, you have Salvation on your like on your book of coordination. If you check your like equalize setting, you can pick Salvation over there. So I would assume the same. So yeah, TV show. But yeah, anyway, let's go. Huge patch, yeah. Bolton will introduce the first Legion raid into the western version of Lost Ark. Legion raids are difficult team-based activity. Oh, we've read this already. I guess they just copy-paste it right here. So yeah, Bolton is an 8-player Legion raid, has 2 gates, and introduces a swath of new mechanics. Plan to be 14-15 for the normal, 40-45 for hard. Learn more to enter on the Academy. That's this one, but we can skip that one. So yeah, Destroyer Advanced class as well. So this is spot right here. Variety of skills centered around charging into the heart of fray. Their hammer attacks catastrophically crushing. The destroyers can bend gravity to their will, slowing, launching, pushing, and pulling enemies wherever it takes to utterly destroy beyond a shadow of doubt. Destroy them. Yeah, sure, dude. That's a worthy shit. But yeah, Destroyer will join the 4th Warrior Advanced class. Learn more about the Destroyer's unique abilities. That's the Academy. So yeah, you guys can check that one right there, the Academy. I don't know how good it is. People say it's bad. I don't know. Didn't read it yet. Because I already know. But yeah, how hard is Bolton hard mode on item level? How hard is it? Not that hard. I say that, but then like, I don't know. You'll be surprised at that. The fight itself is not hard. Your friends make it hard though. Let's just say it that way. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, so they're releasing for Academy but not releasing Turtle. Yep, because Turtle comes with Vicus. Because Chaos Dungeon has bound leapstones, but not Guardian. That's why. So yeah, hardest Legion race Limbrasosa Clown is. Okay, new activities. This is Descaluda Guardian raid, the 14-15 one right now. So yeah, new Guardian will arise and must be vanquished before they usher in an age of darkness. Descaluda will require an item of 14-15 as well as you can attempt to vanquish Descaluda alone, with a party, or matchmake with up to 3 other heroes. There you have it right there. So yeah, the new Guardian right there that people will find a way to basically ask for a nerf. Even though it's super easy, I don't know. Super easy right? Sensual Cat, thank you for the follow, man. Rastako as well, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Seemingly hard enough to get people to quit before it even releases. I don't know. It seems that like Valton is like hard enough that like before it release, people is already asking for like the nerf. I don't know. It is what it is, man. It is what it is right there. Answer that later, Offensive. Okay, Challenge Guardian. This is the equalized one. Challenge Guardian. Every Guardian is basically just Guardian, to be honest. If people are still don't know what it is, it's basically just Guardian raid. It's weekly. There is 3 Guardian that rotates here and there. Basically, the Guardian rotates 1 by 1 each week, and then it gives you in total about like 3 to 4 days worth of daily. And it's not hard to do. Like for us, at least in Korea, it takes like less than like 10 minutes to actually do all 3 of them. So there is that, you know. That's the what's the name? The Challenge Guardian. It's just an extra material. It's weekly. It's not an event. In case people are still wondering about that as well, it's not an event. It's just a weekly content that you can do. So it's not gonna be gone at some point. Nerf Greenbird, yeah. Nice, more mats. It is more mats, yeah. It is more mats. Yeah. Guild activities. Okay. Being in the guild helpful source of finding raid groups, providing benefits like guild shop, new PV and PvP guild activities arrive in this update. Issue challenge across aggressive control guild base to prove your guild is the best around. Island Siege. That's basically like the GVG right here. The GVG one. You pick like an area, and after that like you fight other like other guilds. It's not equalized. So yes, gear does matter here. But that does not mean free-to-play player cannot compete, because all you need to do is basically gear up like well for PvP. If you're 14-15 and there is a 4090 but you're geared properly for PvP, you can probably kill that 4090 pretty easily. But there is that right there. And then there is the GVE as well. Whale Wars, not really guild. There is plenty of spots. There's plenty of like area and plenty of like the ranking right there. Whales will be like on the basically the highest rank. If you try to attempt like, you know, the middle rank one, you'll probably be competing just fine, provided that you have like, you know, a proper build for it. Which is actually like what people won't have. I think like most people won't have that like that build yet. So probably it's gonna be easy to actually kill them here and there. I don't know. Red Gate, I'll do it later, Kuremi, but yeah, it's okay. So yeah, and then there is the GVE stuff right here. So enter base with your guild, challenge powerful Silmal Devourer. This literally just field boss, to be honest. Once summoned, you'll have limited time to cooperate with your guild. Quickly destroy the Silmal Devourer. Faster you kill, the more you move up in the guild rankings. So basically just field boss. You with your guild, you set up like a GVE. You set up like the boss, which boss it is, what item level it is. Get your guild inside, and then you go in and you kill it. Like a field boss basically. It's literally field boss. Like you can even fight Enceladus, the Phaeton like field boss over there. But yeah, pretty simple. But this one is probably like easier. Like if you're like more of a casual, this one is easier to set up, because like you just kill boss. So yeah, so not that hard right there. So yeah, I can see strong will and heavy armor prices are increasing even now. Yeah, but that's good for this. That's good for GVG. Fortitude going to the moon, yeah. Guild bossing, it is guild bossing. Even if you're not like a big guild, at least attempt it on like one of like the lower like rank or something like that. It gives you basically like, it gives the guild like the guild stones. It gives you bloodstones as well to buy materials. Hey man, what's wrong with that, right? It's free. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it as well. It's up to you. Okay, but anyways, if you're not in guild yet, time to start searching. You can use the Alt U, okay? You can search for guild right there. Once there, if you're not in a guild, you can browse through and apply. Many awesome Lost Ark content creators also have a series of guild of their communities, for their communities. So make sure to see if there are guilds and communities or friend groups you might already be part of. Eh? Where is my guild? My guild where? Any extra mats are always nice. Yep, it is nice, so yeah. And then we get the Southburn content. The Southburn Chaos Dungeon right here. Southburn Chaos Dungeon. Again, as I said, 1475 is when it comes out. When it comes out, it's gonna come out like up to like 1475. Where to key these nuts, but yeah. Up until 1475, basically, that's it. This is not that different, by the way, rewards wise. You'll barely get like any relic on this Chaos Dungeons. But I mean, like, it's just an extra. And it's not bad as well. Plus, it's not bad to work on your tripods as well with that. The extra. Acer, take development, and Iki as well, take development. Transcendent Gamer as well. Okay, added Southern Chaos Gate and corresponding secret dungeon. Requires item level 14-15. That's the Southern Chaos Gate. Same shit. This is Southern Chaos Gate. Added Southern Ghost Ship. Requires item level 14-15 to participate. This is actually in Punica. This thing is actually in Punica, by the way. In case you're looking for this, where is the Southern mod check? It's actually in Punica. It's right next to the old Ghost Ship for 14-15. So yeah, added hard mode for the Chaos Line, requires item level 14-15 to participate. That's the hard one. Added Thunder Wing Field Boss to Southern, recommend item level 14-60, but like other open world, this doesn't prevent players with lower lower levels from participating. So just a heads up for this Thunder Wing, yeah. You need full contribution to get Chaos Stone. So what this boss drops is an extra Chaos Stone. It's the stone that you use to craft relic material and also Gamba quality. If you don't get like full contribution, you won't really get like that Chaos Stone. So just a heads up if you're trying to do it under eye level. But my recommendation is that if you still need something from Moake, like for example you need Omnium Star or from Moake, do Moake first. So yeah, 10% tripod chance. Level 4 tripods are 5% base, 10% with the powder. So yep. But I mean like a Challenge Guardian, I forgot to mention, Challenge Guardian also drops you with like a steady supply of like the powder of Sage. So you can use that. But I mean like some people will probably try to buy tripods as well. Just make sure you use your tripod library first to ensure the initial level 4 transfer. Then you work on the rest slowly. So yeah, we got much more quality of life. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. We will see. I still don't have Moake Star, then keep doing Moake for now. So yeah. Need 3 trophies? Yeah. Basically, full contribution. Is Chaos Stone guaranteed? If you have full contribution, yes. Need Star from Elgazi and Rowan. Rip. Moake Star doesn't exist. Yeah. From the new Thunder Boss. Powder of Sage doesn't drop from Thunder Boss. Thunder Wing. They didn't drop it from that. So yeah. And the Powder of Sage that drops from like Challenge Guardian is not tradable. It's only for you. You get to buy mats from Challenge Guardian, or you just get random honing mats with this character you run it? No, you run it and then it basically gives you the materials based on your item level. It's scaled based on your item level. So that's basically how it is. And then there is like some extra one that is under box. The box basically you can pick what you're gonna open item level wise. Like if you wanna open it on your alt, then you will open your like a lower item level one. So yep, that's basically how it is right there. So yep. Alright, I forgot about that generic. So yeah, one sec. Remind me after this actually. Only missing the bleed room from Roake. I think I'm gonna farm Thunderwing. You can do that. You can. Just make sure that like you know you have like a proper like a reward out of it, and you're not losing more when you're doing Thunderwing under eye level compared to Moake. But yeah, still didn't get the legendary bleed rune. Yeah, Try Guardian boxes are roster bound. Yes, the boxes are roster bound. So is the materials that you get as well. So is. Okay. One sec. Alright, anyways, let's move on. Okay, this is the Wild Wings event right here. Don't remember this event at all in like Korea. So yeah. Arcasia is a vast land filled with a myriad of menacing and sometimes, well, less menacing threats. Seeking revenge for eating their friends and family, crispy golden chickens are planned to raid the island. Place the chicken and the beer to battle with chicken boss to earn event coins. The quicker you defeat those enemies, the quicker more chickens appear and the more coins you earn. Wild Wings Island is a new event island appearing west of Tortoik with an event every hour. Every hour? Damn dude. Normally it's every other hour, usually. So it seems like it's every hour this time. It's basically Alaric. It's like Alaric, yeah, I guess. Except you turn into a chicken, I guess. It's like Alaric and Forpe combined. Alakir. Fuck, why did I say Alaric? Okay. Where you can participate in co-op quest or join solo to help suppress this unique uprising. In return, you'll be rewarded with report chest, tailoring metallurgy books. That's good, I guess, to upgrade honing materials, peons, card pack, silver, and more. That's really good right here. We don't know the details of this, but this is like just extra like materials like event right here. So that's good right there. Good. Daily lockout. I would assume it's daily lockout, just like the Naruni one. Yeah, you just need to do it once. But then, like the events, he says every hour. We don't know if it's actually every hour or not. Guess we'll find out. But yeah. Do you have only books available every weeks? Yeah, but it's from like doing like a rehearsal and like deja vu. Belshazzar and like a clown basically. Okay, anyways, moving on. Now we get to the skin. The skin. Store updates on Neria wardrobe right here. So yeah, limited time skin shop that sells individual skins, head, chest, pants, and will be around roughly a month. Players can buy individual items for the characters such as snapback, hats, t-shirt, jeans, fit, flare dress, and more. Character remodeling modern version while fighting epic bosses. Neria wardrobe can be accessed through new tab, top of the in-game stores, UI, tile, dressing room. Again, we went through this already. Neria wardrobe is basically like a recurring thing. So yeah, at some point when Neria's wardrobe comes back, you'll be able to buy this again. So if you don't buy it right now, if you don't have gold right now, but you like it, you can buy it later. Or you can buy it in auction house as well. So there is that. There is that. You can do both Deja Vu and Belshazzar. They share lockout, but Deja Vu can be done on your alt, while your main can do the Belshazzar. But if you do Belshazzar, it gives you the Deja Vu reward as well. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, not turning off stream. Yeah. Okay, and then new cosmetic as well. A new cosmetic collection and a Destroyer exclusive skin have been added to the in-game store, available in exchange for either crystal or rare crystal extra in-game store to find the bundle. So you'll get like the more avatar than that then. You get like more avatar than like just the Neria one. So this is the launch one, I guess. Shushire Will Destroyer exclusive. This is the Destroyer founder avatar right here. The Destroyer founder avatar. Don't know if anyone likes it. That's up to you right there. I just realized. This is like, isn't this like the Volton like icon? This thing right here? I never noticed that actually. Looks like the Volton like what's the name? Icon of it. Just never buy them ugly skins. So I don't know. Ugly. You might say it. Some people might like it right there. Just like how like some skin you like is ugly for other players. So yeah, Volton skin. I mean like it's about the same, yeah. Dawn collection armor skin. It doesn't really show everything, do they? Yeah. This doesn't show everything right here. There is a specific skin on this one on each class. So yeah, not every class looks like this basically. Been waiting for the scrapper skin. Yeah, this is scrapper skin with like the wing behind it. There is the white color of it. This is the artillery skin. I have the sharpshooter skin. If you don't know the sharpshooter skin, you would probably have seen my Hawkeye. That's the Hawkeye skin. But yeah, Bard skin, this is Berserker. So yeah, if you don't like this, that doesn't mean you're not gonna like everything, because some other classes have like decent one. So yeah, not a huge fan of Destroyer exclusive, but the hammer looks awesome. I guess you can just buy the hammer then if that is the case, right? But yeah, no Sork or DB skin. Actually yeah, this collection armor skin comes from like for the base like classes, the base 12 classes, not like the newer ones. I wonder what they're gonna come up with the other ones. I guess we'll find out later. I like the Bard. I think the Bard is pretty good. There is 2 color for this one as well, Naomi. So yeah, the Bard is pretty good, I think. But yeah, one from Steam posted for the game, so many people were waiting for it. Yep, the Scrapper skin is that one, so is the Sharpshooter one. If you go up and then like you go to the class, Sharpshooter has that skin. Another ugly skins for you, drop it man, you know. It's like opinion right there, you know. Because I think like some people are ugly as well. How about that? Maybe you are. Okay, anyways, that's the weapon, stronghold structure and customization. Oh, that's just the usual right here. Wait, can you guys not do this first? I didn't know that you can do this or not. I don't know if you can put like structures or not. Lancemaster no skin. Lancemaster has a skin, I think. I think he has it, yeah. It was like the black and purple one. But I don't remember if that's actually the one that comes out together or not. So yeah, because I said like it's the base 12, right? So I don't know what the other one's gonna come up with. I guess we'll find out later in the future. We'll find out, yeah. You cannot use the Scrapper skin for an armor test now. It's a class specific. So yep, class specific, so yeah. Those are way too old, you can't even dye them. True, yeah. We can't even dye them. But I don't know, maybe you guys can dye it, but yeah. Okay, added new stronghold structure and customization items in the in-game stores. Items including Tan's romantic camping set and sweet picnic set. I see. So kinda useless then. Okay. Okay, Destroyer special packages have been added, which include like Cheshire Wheel skin set, alongside other valuable items to help you in your adventures. Adventures, yeah. Few other minor store updates will take place in May updates, such as adjustments of item quantity and Marichica's drop again, and the addition of a few new crystal bundles. Ooh, bye, man, Corpa dude. Added a button allowing players to preview skins from selection chests in their inventory before making choice. Wait, this wasn't there? Damn, dude, unlucky, dude. All of this quality of life is not there as well. Well, you guys get it at the very least. At least you get it. So yeah, at least you get this one. So that is that. One quality of life. General updates and quality of life adjustment. Updated character customization. New 5 hairstyle for 5 is 5 class basically, both male and female. Added 5 warrior pre-made looks and 5 facial preset without facial hair. Okay, whatever. Added human ears for the mage class. There we go. Now this is what people are looking for right here. This is what people are looking for. And added a scroll bar to the hairstyle selection icon list. Okay. But yeah, after 4 months we can finally preview skin. I didn't know that it takes you that long, man. I don't know, man. I didn't know. But yeah, added an integrated dungeon menu that lists all dungeon and raid available to player and allows player to enter those activities through the menu. This is like basically like one of the best quality of life right here. The best quality of life for you to open like the whole thing. This is this one right here. It's this one. So you can basically like enter anything that you want right here. From anywhere. You can do it from sea, you can do it from your estate, so you never have to leave your estate. But you don't even have the jukebox. Ooh, unlucky dude, get shit on. But yeah, moving on. Okay, players can now check their character participation status for the various pieces of content in the game menu. That's like the, what's the name? That's the tracker, the daily tracker when you press escape on the right side. So there is that. How many bots will do it? I don't know, we'll see. I guess like they'll stay on their estate on the bots, yeah. I guess so. But yeah, will there be a UI patch that you can move your cast bars? No, not as far as I know. So yeah, I'll show it later, Ozan. Okay, from within the skill menu, players can now set a chat macro to be displayed upon using a skill. Wait, you didn't have this as well? Damn, dude. This is the thing that you can use for your what's the name, for if you play like side focus. Let's say like Search Blade or Destroyer later. So you can click this macro and then after that like you use your side focus. Is Nera diable? It is, yeah. Added favorite mount settings. Okay, that's the standard favorite mount. Improve item loot options and settings, auto dismantling and loot alerts. Wait, so you guys get the thing then, right? Auto dismantle on like, you know, let's say like bad stats like accessories maybe. Maybe. I don't know if it is either. Yeah, it's the troll engraving, yeah. But yeah, added an option to exclude items with specific engravings or to auto dismantling. Huh? This wasn't there as well? Damn, dude. How many are you missing? Well, auto dismantle now is actually like at least functional. Now it's actually functional. No more Excel sheet, yeah. Yeah, at least it's functional now. Okay, improve integrated preset option. You can now apply integrated preset to use the tripod effects in the skill tree inventory. This effect will be applied to the skill immediately and will not override your gear. Okay. Added an option to change your integrated preset at the entry point of all in-game contents, Chaos Dungeon, Abyss Raid, and Legion Raid. You can automatically summon a specified pet with the integrated preset. People are probably confused about this. This basically is an integrated preset that is specific to which content you are doing. So, for example, right? Whenever you do like Chaos Dungeon, that's how it was by the way. Like you can set this integrated preset to basically like you know, you pick which one you're running. Only on Chaos Dungeon you will instantly to change that one. If you do like let's say a Guardian, same thing. You can have like a different one, let's say number 2, and then like you put it on number 2, something like that basically. So those are the kind of things right there. I don't really use it because I'm used to the old ways, but you can do it for you as well. And in terms of the tripod, what it means was this thing. So you can basically like have the tripod changes right here, right? So on your on the thing, so you can change like how like the tripod looks based on your tripod library. So you don't have to change like your tripod like manually left and right going to the thing. So yeah, old ways, it's just efficient ways, man. I'm just used to the old one though. But yeah, but that's basically how it is right there. No down skin for Gunslinger. Well, Gunslinger is one of the newer class, so maybe not. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay, huge. I often forget to change my skill before doing different content. Exactly, yeah. That's for that right there. So if you forget to change your skill, then yeah, I'm used to checking it always before entering, but those can work right there. I'm an Alt E and D. But yeah, anyways. Okay, you can now designate which character can gain gold from specific activities like Abyss Dungeon, Abyssal Raid, and Legion Raid. The maximum number of characters and gold is 6 per activity. That's basically you pick the initial 6 character, so you don't have to wait for your guild to do something, so you can actually earn gold on your higher level character. You can just set it up on your high level character. Done. Problem solved. So yep, there is that right there. Added a new party finder and party invite improvements. Offline players will not be shown in party invite UI. If you request matching or try enter a different content while you are fine party lobby, a pop-up will appear to confirm if you want to leave the lobby. Okay, so quality of life. Well, there all are. Add a drop-down menu in the find party UI in the Legion Racer where you can select which gate you want to. Oh, okay. It's just like because like there is phases on like there is phases and checkpoint in like a Legion Raid. You can pick like phase 2 only, phase 1 only, or something like that. So yeah, something like that. I don't have it legit, but I remember it on my head. Okay, added new toy tab in the interact menu. The last play to store the transformation in and equivalent toy items. That's your transformation items, and yeah, I guess that's like the new quality of life menus and option and settings then. Wait, so someone was talking about like the auto farm. Is auto farm still not here then, or what? Is auto farm still not here? Stuck on phase 2, please help, no troll. Yeah, there is gonna be that as well right there. So yeah, it's here, go down. I see. Okay. Well, tell them then, legend. There is not really graph for it. Anyways, move on. Market and auction house improvement. You can now search more specifically from the advanced search option. This is really good actually, because your market, like your auction house, is pretty shit in terms of like how you search stuff. To be honest, now you can type it. Like us in Korea, we can type it now, something like that. So it's gonna make it much easier. If an item is in market less than 3 hours on more than 5 minutes left before it expires, you can release that the item. You will pay the deposit again, and your old deposit will be returned to you by mail. If you instead choose to cancel a listing within the time frame, your receipt will be returned by mail along with your item. If an item is sold while attempting to release or cancel the listing, the deposit that you paid will be refunded immediately. If the listed product has less than 5 minutes before it expires, you will not be able to release or cancel listing. Okay, that's the usual. Just the usual, like how market works. You can now check how many pens you have directly from the auction house UI. Wait, was that how it is? I don't remember. Don't remember if this was actually there or not. I guess like I'm not used to like looking at it. But yeah, guess so. So yeah. I'll answer like the unrelated question later. Okay. Oh, here we go. So stronghold improvement. Farm improvement and updates, I guess. From the new farm menu, you can now select and plant gatherables on the slots. Okay, that's the so this is the auto farm then, yeah. Because normally you don't plant yourself. Gatherables in the slot will be ready to harvest every morning. You can check your notification or go to management mode to see gatherables that are ready to be harvested. Yeah, I don't know if like people know how this work here. I've shown it already, but what's the name? Don't know if people missed it. Like what's the name? The auto farm. Adidas hoodie, yeah. Pet function, I guess not here yet. Not pet function, pet ranch. Yeah. Oh, who knew with the 5 gifties? Who knew? Thank you, man. Thank you with the 5 gifties. Appreciate it, man. 5 gifties. Auto farm? Yeah, it's auto farm right here. I can show it, I guess. It's this one. So this is the auto farm tab right here. So normally, if you ever done like the farm like in the housing, right, you just go over there, and after that like you get like what's the name, you gather it yourself. Now you don't have to anymore, it's down here. So you can like change it. For example, you want to change this right here, you want to do like what's the name, herbalism, you want to do mushroom, let's say, or something like that. I do like all archaeology right now because I'm like crafting like my fusion stones right there. But yeah, that's basically how it goes right there. So you do it, and then like every time reset happens, reset is like for us it's 6 a.m. KST, right? this will become like materials. All you need to do is just claim it right here. Use claim over here. Your tool still does matter though, so there is that as well. In case like you're wondering if the tool matters or not, it's still there. You can still repair it as well through this window. But yeah, if you don't like doing life skill, at least do this, man. It's free. Takes like 2 minutes. You just click, well, less than maybe like 20 seconds more. Like, you know, you just enter it, click, claim, done, and then you're out. So at least do it, at least do that if you don't want to do it right there. So yeah. Do you have a video about how to set up tripods efficiently? You mean like level 4 ones? No, not really. So yeah, does it level trade your trade skill passively also? Of course it does, yeah. But I mean like Stronghold gives you less XP, so you earn like less XP. But I mean like if you're not doing outside anyway, then might as well, right? So yeah, for who use trade skill outside Stronghold, this system useless or does it still have a use? This system is useless for those that are outside, because outside is more profitable. This one is for people that are like more lazy like me. But yeah, does it consume life skill energy? Yes, it does. Whenever like you claim it, it will eat the life energy. Whenever you claim it, you get XP. Yes. Yep, I'll answer you later. So yeah, and by that I meant later. Alright, and we're back then. Okay, depending on your research level, you can now harvest splendid gatherables, which will give you more rewards. Okay, it's just like the other ones. Mastery skills and passive perks are provided by trade skills levels. Don't apply buffs when in harvesting gatherables in the Stronghold farm. Don't apply buffs. Oh, what it means is that like if you have like golden finger, or let's say you have like the mini game on like archaeology, that does not apply to like the Stronghold farm. So there is another thing why like the outer side is better, because you can get the buffs from it. But yeah, you can no longer complete trade skill related Unas tasks or gather from the Stronghold farm resource. That's usual because you're not gathering it manually. And then general Stronghold improvements. Boundaries will now be shown, so you can easily identify which structures can be successfully placed. Okay, you can now select and edit more than one structure at the same time by pressing Control. Inventory limit for Stronghold structure has been increased from 99 to 999. And then you can now send more than one dispatch of the same special mission from the dispatch station. Okay. Yeah, some extra stuff, I guess. The big one for like Stronghold is just the farm mainly. So yeah, level cap is at 70. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically how it is right there. Outside has always been like better than like Stronghold. Has always been better. So if you like if you go outside right now, then you're just Pepega. Then you should be outside to begin with. Has never been more profitable than like outside. What you smoking, dude? Okay, no one uses consumables and bots farm the fusion materials. Well, I don't know. That sounds like an NAU problem to me. Okay, anyways, general updates. Refresh the daily login reward track. Okay, 2 accessories are the same name. Oh, this is like one of the best quality of life as well right here. Duplicates is not a thing anymore, Not a thing anymore, not a thing anymore. So there is that as well. Because like sometimes you buy an accessory, realize it's a duplicate, wasted your peons right there. It's kind of like a stupid thing, but I guess it is what it is on the system. But then they changed it already. So there you have it. Add a front and back indicator. This is what people have been asking for. You can adjust it based on color and everything. Add a shortcut in the Frosthaven and Foggy Ridge. Oh, you guys get this as well. Nice. So that's like the shortcut thing. The slope that you see when I'm doing my daily. The one that you can just slide down. So yeah, raid leader chat message will now be highlighted. You see me did this every time. Whenever like I'm raiding, you see like my chat is highlighted up top right there. Because like I'm the raid leader. Improve world map symbol search on the dungeon map checking function. You can now look up targets that are on different floor. Okay, when collecting tokens, the elder will now show which inventory it's being stored in. Okay, the amount of silver in the southern entrance ticket chest at the guild vendor has been increased from 37,000 to 40,000. I guess extra silver for you guys. Can't complain about this one, right? Extra silver, yeah. Added item level limit of 40-15 for to get gold rewards from Oreha Well Abyssal. Dungeon applies to both normal and hard mode. Yep, we know this already. So yeah, a lot of people are mad about this, and a lot of people are stupid. Same people that are mad about this. Basically, I mean, like I told them as well, you lose it at 14-15 when Bolton releases. It's not news, man. It's not news. Unless like, I don't know, you ask other people, I guess, don't know what people tell you, but I always tell you that 14-15 is where you lose it. And the reason why you lose it is not so that you get less gold. Some people say that like they're trying to like cuck us as well. No, idiot. You earn it from Volton now. You know. How about you think for once with your head? But yeah. Anyways, that's how it is right there. So yeah, that's basically like the thing with 14-15 right there. If you still earn gold from this, and you earn gold from Volton, and you earn gold from like Argos, you will heavily inflate the market. If you inflate the market, then everything becomes more expensive. It's like, you know, people complaining to raise like minimum wage basically. Yeah, minimum wage rises, so is everything in the grocery store. So now basically it equals out anyway, right? If anything, it actually like kills the people that are like maybe like, you know, not working, not earning money. The newer players that don't earn as much gold, they get killed because of it. But I guess like, you know, everyone for themselves in NAU, right? But yeah, anyways, let's go. Monte Island improvements. Players can now enter Monte Island from a fixed location. Oh, this is like Monte Island is the adventure island that takes like a year to finish. It's the, what's the name? Grabbing like the, what's the name? The chest thing basically. No one cares about this one. So yeah, just an extra improvement over there. You will no longer lose an alcohol buff if you move to different areas. Certain alcohols will now have 10-minute buff. That's the drink as usual. You can now refill sweet mojito, Punica gin by taking a empty bottle. Okay, who cares? Quality upgrade. NPC has been added to all major cities, allowing players a chance to upgrade quality of relic gear obtained from Legion raids for gold. There you have it. This is the quality upgrade with the Chaos Stone thing that I shown you on like the last few videos or the last few like stream here and there. But yeah, cooldown timer for the Sniffer Dog excavating skill has been decreased from 5 meters to 3 meters. Eh? You mean 5 seconds to 3 seconds? Okay, I don't know. If expanded, the minimap will now close automatically during trade skill minigames. Added the ability for players to auto path 5 minute to 3 minute. Okay, I see what you mean now. Okay. Added like ability for players to auto path to specific location by pressing Ctrl Alt left click and the overlay map tab. Wait, what? Isn't this already there? I feel like I used it already to begin with, even in NAU. But I don't know. Maybe something different. I feel like I used it already. Players can now use their mouse to add or remove like music, mounts, and pads in hotbar slots while holding an item they picked up. Button has been added, allowing players to preview skins from like a selection chest within their inventory before making a choice. It's there on the ocean but not on the land. Oh, you're talking about the land. Wait, is there on the land? I didn't even know that, man. I just auto run in land, so yeah. I know I use it on sea, but so now you can use it on land, I guess. I didn't know that it was there on land. Wait, doesn't that mean like botting is like another thing? Well, I don't know. Vendor items with purchase limits, daily, weekly roster will now be moved to the bottom of the store UI if the available quantity has been exhausted. Okay. Improve player control support. Okay. Any controller enjoyers, Omega. But yeah, that's you for controllers right there. Oh shit. Now we go to the general balance then. The balance then. So yeah. Changes include updates to some skill runes and damage reduction effect, and tuning for many of the advanced classes right here. Here comes the changes right here. Bots already use their script to do the same thing. True, I guess. Like, it doesn't change anything. Yeah, true. Smilegate RPG developer note. Skills that reduce damage for a player group or to efficient PvP. This is like the DR, the damage reduction one. Godsend, Law, Rhapsody, etc. So yeah, resulting in potentially boring combat due to oversimplification of skill uses and strategy. To address this, we have put a limit on party damage reduction buff right there, yeah. All damage reduction skill received by party members in PvP areas have been changed to only apply 65% damage reduction. The following skills have changed to reflect this, yeah. Every skill, blanket nerf on like DR skills basically. So this is the blanket skill, the blanket nerf right here. So there you have it. The damage reduction now goes to like 65%. And then skill runes. This is conviction and judgment right here. A lot of people was talking about this, right? How does this even work or something like that? This is a nerf, right? By the way. So normally it was calculated like what's the name? Before it doesn't factor the cooldown. Whenever it is that like you already have like a cooldown, it will reduce, let's say 5 seconds always, no matter how long the cooldown is. But if the cooldown reduction is like 5 seconds and then you're already halfway into the cooldown, now you only get 2.5 seconds of the cooldown reduction. half efficiency basically, because now it's like multiplicative, which means because of its cooldown, then it's diminishing return. But yeah, that's basically how it goes right there. That's how it is. That's what it is. Yeah. This is the nerf for like yeah, conviction and judgment. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically how it is right there. Okay, class balance. This is Berserker right here. So yeah. Oh, this is everything. I mean, like we've read like all of this already. So I don't know. If you want to like all of these changes right here that we go through, you can refer to like my videos on like when I was reading this the first time in KR. But we have everything here already. So yeah, that's basically how it goes right there. Special mention to Solfish right here, because Solfish like are you know, Solfish players sometimes are Pepega right here. But yeah, there you have it right there. And make sure you fix your build, not that stupid precise dagger bullshit right there. Special mention to Solfish players. Okay, anyways, moving on. We got all of this done, right? So yeah. On Zerker, it states that Zerk cannot use his HP potion at all on Mayhem mode. Is it true? No. You couldn't use Atropine potion before. Now you can. That's basically how it is. So yeah, now you can. It was the Atropine one, because Atropine eats 30% of your health. You don't even have 30% of your health. Now you can. That's basically the difference right there. They revert the Solfish change. They did revert the Solfish change on the PTR, yeah, because people don't like it. Instead, what they do is they revert it and they just put like a blanket 7% damage buff. That's it basically. That's it. But yeah. Okay. Nothing here. Oh yeah, special mention as well for this stupid like you know, counter attack bullshit right here. Because like people keep thinking, oh, so you can counter from the back now? No, idiot. Counter is still counter, you still hit it from the front. It's just now it has a back attack property if you hit it from the back. In case people are still like, you know, mind blown by like counter right there. So yeah, that's basically how it goes right there. That's how it is right there. So yeah, counter attack is still from the front. What? Counter attack from the back, yeah. No back attack front attack indicator. It is there. It is there already. It is there, yeah. It was me who asked this. Yeah, well, I'm calling you out then if there is a case, go like. But yeah, anyways, notable bug fixes and everything. The usual bug fix, I guess. Not that important. And that's, I guess, everything then. Damn, dude. A lot of it was just like the balance patch changes right there. So yeah, Mayhem will still be better damage-wise, Zodiac. If Mayhem ever like falls down under technique, then they will either buff Mayhem or tune down technique. Mayhem's design is there for you to do more damage, but less survivability. Has always been like that. So yeah. The nerf to runes doesn't affect characters that run no swiftness. No, they do affect it. Because it's based on your cooldown. Has nothing to do with your swiftness. If your cooldown is already halfway through, then like Judgment Conviction have like half efficiency as well. So yeah. Did they not add? No, it is there. It is there for demonic. It is there. So yeah, it's all there. So yeah, they're all there. So all of the changes are there, and you guys can have that one right there. Like, this is like the recent change right here. Yeah, that's basically everything. If you wanna see the details of it, you can refer to like my older video when I was talking about like the balance patch when we actually got there. Except for some classes, I guess, because I was like reading the PTR one, not the actual change one. But I mean like yeah, do heads up on that right there. I was reading the PTR one, not the real one. But yeah, I don't really wanna read through like all of this stuff right now. But yeah, perfect depression. Convenient Judgment only procs if you use skill during the 6-second window. Yep. How bad is Zerk now? Still really good. Still really strong. So yeah, how bad is Zerk now? As bad as how you play. That's basically how it is. And thank you for the prime sub for G-Man. For the 4 months. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Amate Krasu, Bayleaf, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome. Okay, when you went over the PTR notes, I don't know, it was like a PTR changes or something like that. Just like find it, man, on my channel, exclamation YouTube. But yeah, that's basically the patch notes for this right here. So yeah, we don't need to read the Academy one because those are just like basic stuff right there. It's for people that like doesn't know. If you are here, most likely you know about it already. So I guess there is that, you know, nothing changes here and there. So yeah, this is about giving me the top DPS like Cersei actor. No, not really. Nope. I was just reading the patch note, Cat. So yeah. But yeah, anyways, this is the May update. Destined for Destruction for tomorrow, guys. So there you have it. Enjoy. You get the balance patch, a lot of quality of life, and you get Volton, the initial Legion raid right there. So for those of you that are like, you know, progging like Volton tomorrow, good luck, man. Hopefully, you get there smoothly. But I mean, like, you know, this is basically like what Lost Ark has to offer. You know, this is like a raid content that is actually like unique to Lost Ark. So yeah, enjoy, boys, enjoy. And we'll end it here for now. So yeah, moving on.